Hey, this is Luke from eSPACE, and I'm going to go over how to get started with eSPACE, how to log in and set up your own profile in our software. And so you'll be starting off from this email here. It looks something like this. We're using John Q Public, and right here will be the name of your organization, and then this will be the password that you'll use, and we'll go ahead and copy that so we're ready to use it. And this will be the person that sent this notification from your organization. So we'll go ahead and click here, and we'll put in the password, and we'll sign in. Let me save that. And then, so you'll start out on the home page here. And for right now, this is just a quick way to create an event. And so you can choose to skip it when you log in the future. I have mine set that way for now, but you could leave that, unchecked, however you want to do it. The dashboard's your main area where you're going to do work. And so one of the first things I would recommend you do is to make sure that the dashboard is set up the way you want. So you can go to Edit Dashboard Settings. And we have conflicts and shortages. Let's see, they show collapsed. Let's go back here for a moment. One thing I would want is these to be collapsed normally, my approved and pending. So I might go to that, my approved, and make sure it's collapsed. And then pending, make sure it's collapsed. Then go back to the dashboard, and now you can see it's all tight and clean there. The other thing you want to do is look at your profile. So we can go here on the person icon and then go profile. It's also found right here on the left navigation bar. So you'll have your name, your email, and your password. You can also choose your default location. If you have access to multiple, you can make one your default. You can choose your default calendar view, and in that calendar view, which we'll look at in a moment, you can choose to have setup and teardown times. And then you can add an image, and you can now, due to this enhancement, you can add your Zoom login as a Zoom integration. So that's handy. Back over here, so across the top here you have Add Event. You have the Work Order portal, so if you have Work Order Management as one of your modules, you can click this button and it'll give you, just a few fields to complete, and then you hit Save, and you've made a work order request. It's super simple for the basic user. This is where you can look at current events, past events, anything that's been declined. You can do a quick event create. That's a little bit quicker than the drawn out one with add event. It's a little bit quicker, and so we'll look at add event, but you can use quick event as well. Up here where modules is, that's where you can toggle between event scheduler and work order management if you have it. The help button is really good. You can post an idea. You can search through our knowledge base of articles that have to do with how you use eSPACE, so that might be a really helpful thing. So if you click on that, it takes you here, and there's several articles, but you can also use the search function and look up something if you need to. So that's knowledge base, and then there's webinars and training. You can also click support here. And what's cool about this is wherever you're at on eSPACE, it will actually give you a suggested article for that. So it's always good to use that. But you can search for a help article here, and then you can create a ticket if you need to. Next is this help. We've looked at help, but here is what's new. So we'll click on that. And that takes you to all the new features that are going on with eSPACE. We make enhancements, feature improvements all the time, so it's something you'll want to keep track of. And then, like I said, this is your profile. You can also look at your notifications here. This is where all notifications that you've been given will show up. You can go to notification preferences, and this is where you can change your notifications. So, lastly, not lastly, but next to last, we'll look at calendars. So real quick, I want to show you that if you click on the plus sign, this will expand, and then your item schedulers will expand as well. And you can look at different ways of looking at the calendar. Yours is set by default for monthly, but if you're on somewhere else and you just want to get right to your calendar, you just click the calendar icon and it takes you right to it. And in here you can do a filter. You can filter by location. You can filter by space, resources, services, status, category, and approval area. So it's very helpful. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and just go through creating an event real quick. So, you want to get your event name. You can put event description. Just depends on what your organization wants. And we'll create it for 8 a.m. and we'll go till 10 a.m. Now, depending on your organization, it may auto-populate setup and teardown time, and then you'll have recurrence rules you can do. And here, because you put in 327, it's going to auto-select Saturday, so you can choose those if you want. You can also do custom, and in custom, you can just select dates right from here. If you choose weekly on Saturday, you can also click customize, and if you needed to do Saturday and Sunday, you could do that. It occurs every 1 week and it puts it out for a month. But you can say how many occurrences, or you can change when you want it to end. Lots of choices there on recurrence, so we'll leave it as none. You can also make it off-site, and you can make the event virtual. If you put something in here, you're going to have to make it the correct format for a link, http:// and then the name. You will choose a location, and you will choose a category. And then you can put your number of people. And we'll hit save and proceed. Now you're into items. It dumps you right into items. Where we were was details. And these are the tabs that you're going to use as you create an event, depending on your organization. So now you're on items, spaces. We can pick a space from here. Let's see. Let's just pick the kitchen. And then resources, we will choose, let's choose one laptop. So that's cool. And then you can do services. So we want to have a child care worker. Okay. And now in here you'll have an opportunity to enter your setup notes right from here. So be concise but clear. And then your laptop, and then there may be some information that you got to fill out. This one looks like a lot of stuff, so I'm actually just going to go back and take that out so I don't have to fill it out. Okay, so then that's your setup. Then you definitely want to look at occurrences. Now, when you first look in here, it's just the name of your event, the date, and it'll show what status it's in right now. If you want to look at the details of it, you got to hit this plus sign, and you can see what items you have selected for that date. If you have multiple occurrences, it's probably good just to use expand all, and then you can collapse. So that's that, and then we'll just hit submit. And go back to the dashboard, and we can see that our event is pending, and we'll stay there until it goes through the normal workflow. And that is your basic setup of eSPACE. Now, your organization might have different things, and you'll need to connect with them on that. And as always, you can reach back out to using the help support if you need to. And thank you for choosing eSPACE.